Recording. Okay. One moment. Yeah. So 1 minute, Frank. I'm going to share my screen for the
Okay.
code of conduct. And hello everyone, and welcome to the Microsoft Weekend AI Weekend. And here I'm Pratap Reddy, Microsoft AI MVP, and along with me and Frank Falvey. So he's basically from Ireland, and he's also Microsoft MVP. He's my close friend, and he's so we are going to the community activities from the 1.5 year onwards. So I'm very inspired from the Frank Falvey and Dan Ray and Divya Fletcher. And so so before going through this session, Islam would like to share the code of conduct for today's session. So let me share my screen. Frank, I hope my screen is visible to you. Yeah. So the University Community Code of Conduct is so we respect and the inclusivity and constructive communication and zero tolerance for the harassment and respect to privacy and boundaries and the professionalism and the integrity. So these are the code of conduct for the innovation technology. So please respect each and everyone and please share this whatever the insight you want. If you want to share it with us, and you can. We are happy to assist you for that. And so these are all the code of conduct of this innovation technology. And then so over to you, Frank. And so that's all
Okay.
from my side. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just share my screen there with you. Um, can you see my screen there? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the slide that Partop put together there. Very nice. The Microsoft AI weekend, and I'm going to be doing a piece here on the M365 Copilot, and I'm going to do live demos on Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and some Outlook. And the Beyond piece then, towards the end of the show, we're going to talk about some Microsoft certification. I'll tell you about the last one that I've done is the AI fundamentals, Microsoft AI fundamentals course, and show you where you can actually get the free stuff on the course and where you can actually practice the examination live every day. If you want, you can practice the exam, and I've done it myself, so it's a great tool before you take the certification. So we'll be talking at that towards the end. So we're just I'm going to dive in straight to, we'll start off with Word, and it's Microsoft Word with Copilot in M365. So I'll just click into my home screen. And there we are inside my Microsoft 365 account. And if you can see on the left hand side there, I got Copilot inside it. So for anybody to use Copilot inside in their 365 account, you need to have Copilot Pro. And for here in Ireland, it's about €20. I think in the US is something similar, maybe $20. That'd be about right. Um, so I'm just going to open up Word. And we're going to open up a blank document in Word. And every week I come along and I open up this, I find something new. It's just amazing. So now this seems to be a new feature in the last week or so, last 2 weeks I see. So the Copilot is in the middle here, the colorful one, if you can see. And at the beginning, Copilot was up on the top right-hand corner here, as you can see. So I'm just going to click on the one in the middle, the new feature, right? So it says, what do you want Copilot to draft? Okay, so I already have stuff that I put together earlier, and I just have it on my other screen. So instead of typing it in, I'm going to copy and paste stuff into Copilot. Just to make the presentation a bit quicker. So create a summary of this document about, right, we won't create, we just take out the summary. We wanted to create a document about the Microsoft MV program, right? Sometimes if you see at the end of it now, it's after reading what I actually put in, and then it's given me another piece at the end. So it's given me and highlight the benefits and opportunities for IT professionals, including networking and skills and development. That sounds good to me. So I'm going to actually tab that and actually put that in the document. And even again, you can see it's expanding on that, and it's saying be sure to add testimonial from current MVPs to provide real world insights. So I'm going to forget about that part of it just because it's going to make things more complicated. So I'm just going to click on the button here where it says generate, and we'll see what the Copilot. You can see how fast it is there. It's generating a document. So it gives us a good document about it, right? So it's giving us an overview of the MVP program. Okay, so it's kind of telling us, I'm not going to read the whole lot of it now, so not to bore people. So it's just telling us Microsoft program was established in the 90s. And it's given us the benefits of the program, right? Recognition and credibility, inclusiveness, access and resources, networking opportunities, like here today now we're all networking and we're learning from each other, developing skills development and learning, so speaking and writing opportunities, like some people have blogs and stuff like that. So opportunities for IT professionals, basically. That looks like fairly, and it's talking about career advancements, like we're going to talk at the end of it about certifications. So influence and impacts, you know, like I wouldn't be here today only for Dan Ray and Part Top influencing me. Dan Ray was a great mentor to me for getting me the MVP award. Nearly gave up sometimes, and only for Dan, he kind of, his influence and his impact on me helped. along the way, so that was great. So it's given us a conclusion down the end then as well, the Microsoft MVP program. Okay, is more than just a recognition. Okay, so it kind of gives you a bit more confidence then when you're talking to people, right? So down the end here, right? So if we want to keep it, we can click on this one, or the other button then is regenerate it. So if we want to get it to do a different version of it, or if you want to type in something here, do you want to change something in here, we can click into this box and we can change something. Okay, so we'll just keep it for now. Okay, and we'll just open up the Copilot here on the right hand side. Okay, so we can just kind of ask more questions, right? So when we went back to the end of it here earlier, a second now, I can click on the Copilot again. So what I want to do is ask it to add this particular thing, right? Because I'm kind of starting on my journey now in the MVP program, and I want to try and get some students to mentor. So I'm going to take this opportunity. So I'm going to add in this. So also add that I'm looking for to mentor a student for the MVP program. Okay. So click into that, and it's creating a draft now. So okay, so it's after writing this other paragraph. In addition to numerous benefits provided by the MVP, I am eager to give back to the community by offering mentorship to aspire IT professionals. If you are a student passionate about technology, you know, that's all kind of good stuff. I just gave it one line there, and it's after generating all this stuff here for me. So that's really, so I also, if I can find the right student to mentor, right? I've got a few Copilot licenses, and I'm going for the student that I pick out. I am, and I just add this one in. So I just got it to add. I will give them a free Copilot Pro so that they can use, right? So if you're interested in the mentorship opportunity, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, 1 second. So as part of the mentorship, I am also thrilled to offer you a free Copilot Pro subscription, right? This tool will provide you with additional support and resources to enhance your learning experience and help you reach your full potential, right? So I put in one line there and it gave me that there again, right? So I have another thing here just to put into it, and we're just going to change the document. So okay, so I'm going to paste in all these prompts now that I'm actually putting in. I kind of put together earlier for this. So I'm going to get it to generate a table of this document, right? So we'll see what way Copilot will put it into tables. Okay, so it's given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Okay, in the table. So I wanted to kind of make a section of the table. So introduction, membership to the program, goals, objective, Copilot Pro subscription, and conclusion. So it's really can do great stuff. Like, you know, if you can just think about the prompts that you can actually put into the Copilot to get it to think. So I'm just going to do another thing here with it. Write a paragraph to make it more concise. Okay, that's another thing you can actually do just to maybe summarize it. So there's the paragraph. I'm eager to mentor a student for the MVP program and to offer a free Copilot subscription. If you are passionate about technology and aspire to become an MVP, I would be thrilled to guide you. We navigate the tech industry together, leveraging MVP resources and aiming to make a significant impact. If interested, please reach out to me to embark on this. So, like, I didn't think of this at all. I just got put in prompts into Copilot and it done it. So, and one other thing I would like to say up here, there is a thumbs up and a thumbs down, you know. So if it comes up with something that's totally off the wall, you can hit on dislike, or if you like it, you can hit on a like, and you can give the product team some feedback on it. So that's the thumbs up and the thumbs down. So that's a kind of okay. So just to give you two other things, right? You can actually do with this that is totally cool. Again, I found you can translate into a selection of different languages, right? So I'm just going to tell it translate this document into French. Okay. So that is a really great tool. So you can see all the French that's after coming up there. It actually just done that particular paragraph, not the whole document. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but you can see the French picked out that last paragraph and it put it into French. So it can also actually do visualization of your data as well, right? So if you kind of had stuff in there, you know, with numbers, if it was sales or stuff like that, you can actually get it to do visualization of your data, right? So this is just kind of a Word document, but I'm not sure, we don't really kind of have, the only data we have is those 5 things that I picked out there, the introduction, mentorship, and wherever. So it's just giving us kind of a chart of what's actually there, guidance, expert mentorship in the industry, resources, right? So it's an access, MVP resources, Copilot Pro, free subscription to it, networking, so opportunities. Yeah, so that's kind of good insights there into Microsoft Word. So I have, we'll just go over now to Excel, and it's very powerful. The Excel part of it, I was running, I have a data set already. I'm just going to close down the Copilot for a second. So this data set, anybody want to get it, it's just look for the big marked data on the internet and you'll get this data set. It's all about shops, products, sales. It's very good for practice and stuff, like, you know, just fill out this. So I'm going to do a few examples of what you can actually do with Copilot inside in Excel. And all right, so the first thing, just to give you an idea of the size of this this data set I have here, right? So I'm going to open up the Copilot, which is up here in the top right again. And one thing I will say, if you're doing anything with Copilot in Excel, you need to have your Excel saved into your OneDrive. So I have it inside my OneDrive here. See this big marked data. So I have that in there. And before you used to have to click into the table to do something to ask it a question, but now I think they're after doing some work to it and you don't have to. So what I'm going to do there is put in a prompt in here, right? So I'm going to ask it how many cells are being used in this data set. As I said, now it's a huge data set. There's loads of information in here. And we'll see what Copilot can actually pull out. We won't check every detail of it now, but we will confirm a few things on it. Okay, so it's given us a, if we want to do a count, it's given us the actual data set. So here it says it's got 8,525 rows. And 1 second now. So it didn't give us how many columns. I don't think it did. No, it didn't give us how many columns. But I know there's 10 columns. So we can see, we can ask it, right, if you look, I'm deliberately going to spell that wrong, right? So you see it's underlined, so I just left out one letter. So we'll just see, will it, will it know what I'm actually asking it in this data set? So I know there's, as far as I know, there's 12. Okay, so it knew, it picked up the other letter I left out, and it said there's 12 columns in this data set. So if we look here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, you know, can tell you how many columns, and it told us how many. So one of the columns there, they have, let me go over to it. So it's got grocery stores, just go into this here. So it's got grocery stores, supermarkets type 1, supermarkets type 2, supermarkets type 3, okay? So I just apply that. So I'm just going to ask it how many grocery stores do we have in this data set. We'll see, can it actually pull it up for us? We can check and see if it's right. So it's doing it here. So it tells us, right, that there's 1,083 grocery stores in this data set. So I'm just going to, we can check by going in here, ticking off the other ones and just putting the grocery stores on it. So if we go down along the data set, right, because it's only 1,083, we'll be able to verify that fairly quick. Okay, so we're nearly there. And there we go. Okay. So the top line is for the information of the column is, so we got 1,083. So we confirmed that the Copilot is right. So you do need to check that everything is working right, you know. So it cuts, like, it took me a good while there to go down through that whole data set to find out how many grocery stores there are, whereas we type it in here, it'll just pull out straight away. So it is going to save a lot of time in the likes of Excel if you don't know formulas, how to look up stuff and that. So,
Hey Dan, Frank, one question here.
sure.
And so, may I know how can we calculate the is there any calculation, addition and multiplication, and is there anything that we can calculate in between that Excel sheet? So, can you please show it to me? That would be better for to understand about this, how this Copilot will really help us in the Excel.
How is it actually going to help people, is it?
Yeah,
Well, it's going to save the amount of time, to find out what's actually in the data set, you know what I mean? So, like we say on this row here, right, where it says um, regular, low fat, wherever like that, there's 8,000 pieces of information in that row alone. Okay, so if you had to go down manually to count how many low fat, we say, items are in that row, it's going to take you a good lot of time. Whereas if you
yeah,
have, if you have Copilot, you can just put in um, a prompt, right? We can put a prompt in here, right? And we can just ask it how many low fat items, we don't even have to say in the data set, it knows we're talking about here. So if I hit that now, um,
mhm,
it's instead of you having to go over here, look, so it's after giving us a table and it's telling us,
yeah. And so I just give you one prompt here. Like you can please type right. So can you please create one graphical representation for this in information like that you can ask like any pictorial representation form, whether it was in pie chart, whether it was in the graphical.
oh yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
yeah,
possible?
yeah, it
Is
will
it
do that.
possible? Like,
Yeah. Okay, so up here it gives suggestions and stuff like that, right? Um, so before I started, right, it kind of gave me, right, chart
yeah,
history, right? So it's asking you, do you want to highlight cells in red? Do you want a pivot table or chart, see it? So we can click on this, right, and it'll summarize using pivot tables and charts. So you can see there now. Um, so it's
yeah.
just finishing up. So it's after giving us, so I'll just scroll back up here now and we can actually add this then to a new sheet. So you can see there now, it's, right, add this to a new sheet. Okay, so it's going to put in a new sheet here. There we are. So it's giving us, it's after pulling out all the items that's actually on the data set, and it's after giving us how many sales outlets and stuff like that. Is that sort of stuff that you're looking?
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah. So like all the steps that you would have to do in Excel to get that, you can just click on one prompt and it will make a chart or a table for you. So that's a kind of flavor of Excel, really. There's more stuff we can do with it. So as I was talking there, right, adding in like say the charts there, right, we can go back to our data set there, right, and see we were talking about the low fat here, right. We can just ask it here to say put in an extra column. We have 12 columns here, so we can ask it to add a new column for low fat, okay? And we'll just click on that and we'll see. So like if you're not any good at formulas, this is another way around it. You can see it gave us the formula up here already. Um, and if like there's a lot there in the formula, um, so if you're not good at Excel, this is very good. So it's giving us, do we want true or false for a low fat. Okay, so all the different rows, they're all different. So we'll get it to insert the column here, right, by just pressing that. And it's going to put in, see, low fat, true or false. Let's put in the new column first, just by giving it that prompt. So like if we scroll over here, the first one is false, the second one is true. Okay, so we just verify it. So there we go. So the first one is false, second one is true. So, you know, always verify it anyway that it's doing the right stuff for you. So yeah, that's kind of, you know, it inserts charts and it can put in new columns and it's giving more suggestions there, right? So for the whole data set, right, I'm going to show data insights, right? So it's going to look at the whole data set and it'll give us insights. Okay. Okay, so it says it's currently doing it, but it's a big data set and there's a lot of components to it, like small shops, large shops, different years when all the different shops were made. So it can do that for you as well. So is that okay on the Excel? And we'll move on to the next one. So the next one I think we'll do is Outlook. There we got the Outlook. Okay, so these are some emails I sent myself earlier. So we can use the Copilot. So we'll just go to new email. And there's our Copilot up on the top here. See that? And we'll just try and drag that over a bit. Okay, so I'm going to send an email. I'm just going to send it to my other one email that I've set up for just training. And I'm going to click on draft with Copilot, okay? And I have a couple of prompts I already put together for this, okay? So I'm going to get it to give it a prompt, right, to create an email for me. So I'm going to click in here. So I'm going to get it to draft an email to the team about an upcoming project deadline, okay? So I'm just going to hit on generate then and see what it'll actually come up with. So look, it's hello team, I hope this message finds you well and in great spirits. I am writing to remind everyone about the fast approaching deadline for our current project. So you can see it's really after expanding on that line I just put in. First, best regards, Frank. So thank you all for continuing. So it's like for you to type up this, it's going to take you time. Whereas if you just put in a prompt, I think there's somebody putting some stuff in the chat there, was there? Okay, so I actually wrote an email earlier and about a meeting, right? So I'm just going to we'll just say discard that one, and I'm coming up with a different subject. Okay, so we'll just close this one, discard that one, and I'm just going to do a new one. Okay, and I'm going to draft a Copilot. And because I sent another email earlier, right, I'm going to get it to reply to an email from Frank confirming a meeting. Okay, so I put in an email earlier, and this one here you can see a meeting. Okay, so we'll see, can it look back through my emails and see if there's a meeting from Frank. Okay. Okay, so it says here, thank you for your email, right? So it did know I got the email. I'm writing to confirm that I will be attending the meeting as scheduled. I look forward to our discussion and please let me know. So it did look back through my email here, and it knows that there was a meeting to attend. So it's quite clever for Excel, or sorry, Outlook. So you can either retry, get it to write another one. We'll get it to retry there now and see what it comes up. So it's rewrote it, right? So thank you for reaching out. I'm confirming our up and coming meeting. Like if you see going back here, this is the meeting. Hi Frank, are you to meet next Friday the 1st and 12th? So the Copilot did know what I actually was talking about, the meeting. As you can see, thank you for your email. So it interprets that somebody sent you an email about something and it's replying to that email. So it's quite clever, you know, you don't even have to open up the email. It will actually do the reply for you. So that's kind of something I can do for you in Outlook. There's another thing it can actually do as well. Just a second there now, and I'll find where. Okay, so I sent an email, right, with an attachment on it, right, and it's coming from Frank's email. Okay, so I'm going to click on Copilot here. There's coaching and there's drafting. Okay, so I'll click on the drafting again. Second now, so we'll just discard that one. And we'll go a new one. And I'll just go down to Copilot here again. Yeah, I clicked it off by mistake. So we'll go a new one. And you see here where it says draft for Copilot. Click on that, the box comes up. So I'm going to paste in, reply to an email from Frank with a confirmation. Oh, that's the meeting, not that one. Get rid of that. And I just come back to my prompt that I have here. So just a second now. So I actually put an attachment in one of the emails, and I want to find the email with the attachment. I thought I had it in my list there now, 1 second. Okay, so we'll type it in, okay? Find an email Frank. And right, so find an email from Frank with an attachment, right? So if you have loads of emails and you want to find a specific email with an attachment, you can just, hopefully this will work. Up this email file, I wanted to follow up on a recent discussion that the attachment that we talked about, I believe, contains crucial information and will help us move forward with the project. Your assistance in the matter is greatly appreciated. Okay, so so you can either keep it or delete it. So we'll just delete it because it's only just a demo. So that's kind of some of the stuff you can actually do with Outlook. We'll just move on to the next one, which is kind of one of my favorite ones. It's PowerPoint. And we'll just get a blank PowerPoint. And this as well, as I was saying earlier, is they're changing some of the stuff in this as well. This is kind of new, this part here. Before we used to just have the Copilot up on the top here on the right hand side like the other applications. Now it's actually moved here, so it's given us three options. Create a presentation from a file, or you can just ask Copilot. So what we'll do is we'll create a presentation. Okay, so it opens up this box here for us, and I have a few prompts there that I was going to. Okay, so on a total different topic, we're going to ask it to do a PowerPoint presentation. About. So create a presentation about. So it already has created. We'll just get rid of that. Start. You just put in your prompt, right? So create a presentation about the topic of digital transformation and hit enter. So the first part, this is kind of new as well now in the last couple of weeks. Before you used to just do all the slides for you. Now it's giving you the text. And it's giving us an introduction to digital transformation, core technologies enabling digital transformation, the impact on different industries, challenges and risks. So that looks like all the kind of stuff that is related to kind of thing, to the digital transformation. So down here at the bottom, then it gives us generate the slides. Okay, so we'll click into that and we'll see what slides it actually comes up with. There's loads of stuff you can actually do with this as well. I have a few other prompts there as well. We'll work on it along the way. So as you can see there now, it's putting our slides together for us. Normally takes less than a minute. It's just incredible fast. So it looks like it's giving us 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. There's all their slides popping up on the screen. So 10, 14, 18, 22, 23 slides. It's just amazing. So we will click on it here and we'll keep it, right? 23 slides, that's very good. In the early days of this, when you asked it to create a presentation for you, you get about 6 slides. So now we'll just click into the slideshow and we'll just see how the actual, you can see it there. Look, it's putting in this the text, making it look like a really nice fancy presentation. So just move on through the slides there. You can see the text there, look. All the pictures, all put together by the Copilot. So it's giving us an introduction to digital transformation, core technologies. Yep, that looks like all the kind of stuff that's related to the digital transformation. So you can see this, the slides are pretty good. I don't think I'd change anything, but you can change it. We'll see there now as we go forward. So I just to show you demo. Core technologies enabling digital transformation, cloud computing. These are all part of the AI of the digital transformation. Internet of Things, another one part of the digital transformation. And I can verify these are all part of that because I done a course earlier called Business Innovation and Digital Transformation, so I can verify these are all part of it. What's a kind of powerful presentation from PowerPoint with Copilot. Cybersecurity, another part of it. The risks, change, data privacy and compliance, all part of it. Employee training, everybody has to upskill for digital transformation. Continuous innovation, as you can see, everything is going fast. Importance of digital transformation, benefits. So that's fairly powerful kind of presentation. So you can actually click on the actual slides here and you just open it like an ordinary PowerPoint. And if you wanted to make changes to the slide in, kind of editing, you can go in and change your text there as usual if you want to change anything. Same with the pictures. So if you can click on the Copilot here again. Ask the Copilot. Okay, so this is the way it was kind of before you got this up on the right hand side here. So what I want to do there now is I want to kind of add in a kind of fade transition to all the slides. Do you know the way you can get slides to kind of fade in when you're doing the presentation? So I'm just going to do that there now. So I'm just going to ask it here, put in a prompt, add a fade transition to all slides. Okay, so I'm just going to click in that. We'll see. Working on my response. Sorry, I cannot do that. Okay, so it's just giving us different prompts there for that. I will get it to do something else, right? So I get it to just going to get it to add another slide, and seeking to pull out anything, call it annual sales report. There wasn't really anything sales inside in this PowerPoint now, so we'll just see what it'll actually come up with. So sorry, I cannot do that. So I knew it wouldn't do that because it's got to do with sales, right? So if we tell it to do something different, like we're talking about digital transformation, so we'll just get it to do something to do with that. And design a title slide with digital transformation, and we'll just make it something like part 2. Okay, so sorry, I cannot do that. I wonder why is that? Is it because I'm inside that slide or not? 1 second now. Unusual. I'll have to work at that. So that's the PowerPoint presentation part of it anyway. Any questions on that?
Yes, right. So we have a few questions from our participant. And yeah, so let me, okay. I mean, so Sunil Kumar is asking one question related to, can we ask to reduce the number of slides?
Can you actually put the question in the chat there, Partop?
Yeah, so it was in the chart only, I think. I will try to.
It's in the chat, okay.
Yeah, so I just texted.
Okay. Can you ask to reduce the number of slides? Yeah, you can. Okay, so we'll ask it. We'll say slides to 10, maybe. Okay, so we'll just have 10 slides rather than 22, I think. Run into a problem. Okay, I'd say maybe it is because I have it opened. Wait, let me just go to home. Yeah, I'd say because if I just go back to it here, right, and I just generate before I run it, 1 second there now. So we'll just make a new one, okay?
And what I was understanding from this, PowerPoint Copilot, so whenever we need to ask any question, like any prompt, so the prompt engineering plays a key role, like what we are actually asking to this Copilot, so like that it will react, right? So if I'm wrong.
So I think before you actually save it and you have to ask all your questions or do your, we'll just see, okay? Just create a topic of digital transformation, okay? And we'll ask it then to reduce how many slides it'll generate for us. Okay, so generate the amount of slides, and then we'll ask it to reduce the number of slides. Then I think that would probably be.
And, and one more question along with this one, and Frank, so there is a one. Miss Sunil again is asking, like I'm using Microsoft Office tool. How can I access the Copilot data? So I'm unable to see the Copilot, and he's asking like that one. For that one, do you
Yes.
have like?
So if you have to have an M365 account, right? You have to pay for either a private subscription or you can have the work one, family one, and then I'll just get it up here, right? Okay, so like you have to have one of these accounts first, okay? So you either have to have a family account, okay, or a personal one. You can have a business one as well, okay? And then you have to buy a license for.
Sorry to ask you one more thing. Like, is there any discount for this Copilot Pro and all?
Okay, so it's $20 a month, okay? So you have to
Okay.
buy a separate subscription, okay? Um, we'll just stay in the United States, okay? So you have to buy this other license with your M365, okay? So it's giving you a free trial. You can start a free trial, right? And then it's $20 a month then after that, okay?
So for this,
This,
and Frank, I have one question. Sure. For this free trial version, I need to do any like card, like a credit card or debit card for this one to activate this
yeah,
free trial.
when you go into it, it does ask you for a credit card. I'll just go into it there now just to show you. I think it does ask for a credit card.
Okay. And so one more
So
thing, I just want to ask you for here. Sorry, I think sorry for telling. So whenever we need to activate this free trial Copilot version, I mean, so likewise, so whenever we need to create one jude.portal.com, all the time also we are able to give one credit card or debit card, right? So it will able to debit to $1 or something, right? So how much money it will deduct from our account whenever we need to activate this free trial?
yeah, well, they're not the free trial now, as it says, it's only for new customers. Um, just 1 second there now. I just see that one. No. So I see somebody has it put in the chat there. It's 3,000 35 35,000. Is that your money, Partop?
Yes, yes, that is
How much?
5,000 Indian rupees.
How many dollars is that?
Same like risk $250. No, actually,
$20.
how many dollars for this? No, no, how many dollars for this one? Pro access.
Yeah,
I think it's approximately 35,000. It's very 300 something dollars. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. So I think Deepak Tiwari has told me like it's $420.
it's so 416 US dollars.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pricey enough. Um, so if somebody wants to contact me if they want a free license for the year.
Yeah. So for this one, I just want to ask you like how you can give the access for the one lucky person today.
Um, Microsoft gave me a few free licenses.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay, put in a
Okay.
comment. Put in a comment that they want mentorship from me for M365 Copilot, and whoever I pick, I'll give them a free
Mhm.
license. How does that sound?
That's awesome.
Okay, so look, the other topic that we were kind of saying that we'll have a look at was um, certification, okay? And
Mhm.
the last one I done here, you can still see my screen there, yeah? You can see that up on the screen there, yeah, Partha?
Yes, yes, yes. We are able to see your screen about
Yeah.
Microsoft Credit. Like,
Okay, so this AI fundamentals, okay? So what people can do, I'll just close down these ones here. Um, okay, so Microsoft Learn, okay? People should sign up to this if you haven't already. And I'll just click into it. All the training is actually inside here, okay, for any certification. So the products here, you can pick the product if you're looking for something here. You can click on the product, or you can go for career path, whatever part of the industry you want to get into. Um, or you can browse all the training here on this one. It's got 4,000, nearly 5,000 different areas. Um, like the one we're talking about there, part top, was the the AI part, which is Microsoft Copilot. So I click on that one, and as you can see, look, I've completed a few already. Um, they give you nice little Copilot badges when you finish them. You see this one? Introduction to Microsoft 365 Copilot. So there's the kind of the
uh,
course you would have to do
yeah,
with
yeah.
this.
So can you, yeah, so if you don't mind, can you please share that link in the chat? So that would be better for everyone to have a look to that introduction to the Microsoft like Copilot.
Yeah, sure. Put that in the chat. And there we go.
And one more request here. Feel free to share your YouTube link, and everyone is asking about your YouTube channel link.
Yeah, sure, will do. So I'll just close that one down.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll just find my LinkedIn there now, and there we go.
I think Deepak Tirati has already shared the YouTube link as well. He's very, very curious about this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you,
So,
Deepak Tirati.
okay. So this is my LinkedIn. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, you can share.
There you go. So, and the certifications that you actually get from Microsoft Learn, okay?
Yeah,
You can actually put them in here. They come in as a digital certification. Second now. So they host them incredibly there, okay? So like this one here, I'll just go back here. I just want to show people these are all on Microsoft Learn, okay? Um, the level up here, level 13, right? As you can see, the number there is I'm nearly up for 500,000 courses I've done on it. So
oh my God.
this is a period of 8 years, okay, of kind of continuous learning. Like so, you can see the badges up here. Look, they'll give you badges and trophies. So if you do courses, it'll give you badges there. You click into them, and you can see all the different badges that it'll actually give you for the courses that you do. There's there's a Copilot one, and you can actually share these out. You see, if you want to share that on LinkedIn, you can click on it. You can share on Facebook, LinkedIn, or email. Copy the link. Trophies. So when you do other sections, they give you kind of trophies, which is kind of a bigger one. Then again, so definitely Microsoft Learn is. So just to get back to you were talking about the certification, right? These are some of the your certifications would be put up here on Microsoft Learn, and this is the one I'm talking about here now, the Azure AI Fundamentals. Okay, so to get this one right, these are kind of the skills that you have to do. So describe artificial intelligence workloads, describe fundamental principles of machine learning, describe features of computer visions. We'll just go into the actual certification page. Okay, so this is all on Microsoft Learn. If anyone is kind of stuck how to find this, right? So this is the video, the overview of the skills, and they give you the course here then as well. The full course is here, as you can see. It's 3 hours and 7 minutes, 1 hour 40, 2, so like 3, 5, 7, 8. So you're talking about 10 or 11 hours of training to do this AI fundamentals. 11 hours of training, that's, it's not a whole lot. And then when you've taken the actual course, you can go here and you can take a practice test. So you just click into here, and it will give you 50 questions. Do you see the question? So they're all
Yeah.
choice. So which artificial intelligence technique serves as a fundamental knowledge? You know, so you can go on to the next one. Then after that, classification.
So I'm requesting you to please share that link as well. So Sunil Kumar is asking for.
This one here, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay. Putting that into the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
And another good one there, right? If somebody wants to do any of these fundamental exams,
Mm-hmm.
there you can do these challenges, okay, to get a free certification. I'll just show you there now. This challenge to see. There's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one, yeah. There's these challenges that you can actually do, and you get a free certifications. Um,
Yeah. That's
yeah. So this is the challenge. This is the challenge homepage, okay? So um, if anybody wants, it's probably a bit late to start doing a challenge now, but when you see them coming up, it's no harm to do them because you can get free cert. That's what it is, Microsoft Challenge. Um, so the fundamentals of the Gen AI is only 1 hour and 13 minutes. That's a quite short course as well. If somebody is starting their journey in the AI space. Just 1 hour, 13 minutes, so it's kind of short enough